Hello everybody, this is Phi. Today I'm going to be checking out Digital Demise. This is part of the AGDG Demo Day 22. This is going to be the first demo I'm going to be checking out. I'm going to give this a playtest. I haven't made any playtest videos recently. I've been a bit busy with my own project, or a project that I've been working on. So yeah, I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to check this out. So I've not seen anything past the screen you're seeing here. Looks like we got arrow keys and we can use WASD apparently. Interesting little visual element when we press left and right here. So this is a game by Rokas. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly. I have played a game of his before that wasn't this game. But that game was pretty cool, so I'm interested to see what this is. The game page doesn't say anything, it just says the word Hacker Man on it. So nothing really to say about it. We're just going to give it a shot. Let's try the settings here. Try visuals, full screen, no. It looks like full screen to me. I guess it's fake full screen. Oh. Okay, yeah, so that was kind of wrong. So it starts the game in full screen, but the option was set to no. So that seems to be incorrect, but it's not a big deal. Pixel scale max, palette is hacker. Ooh. New Age, atomic. That's pretty ugly. Oh, that's painful. Alright, that's pretty sweet though. Filter none, normal, custom. Ooh. Alright, so left and right. I was hitting enter before, but this works better, it looks like. Alright, so this is another thing. I think it was on, it defaults to normal, but the setting was set to none kind of incorrectly here, so no big deal, but yeah, escape should get us out. Let's try gameplay, controls, credits. I don't think it's going to say anything else but this, is it? Okay. Controls change, reset. What is it going to say for us? Alright, so that's going to be the Q key. I don't understand mapping controls. If I press it, what in the heck is that? Alright, so I see these this kind of visual on the left and the right. I don't really know. I guess that's kind of looks like the bottom part is highlighted or something. Oh, there's more than one. Okay, so I'm noticing there's like an aberration effect, so I think that's part of what was kind of confusing me, because there's like a I think the actual visual and then the left and the right, there's like a red and blue copy of it. So I just hit the Q key like 3 times. I don't really know what this is doing, so I'm gonna try it. Alright, escape doesn't let me get out, so that's kind of unfortunate. Just press the down key. Am I gonna have to like map every key on the keyboard to get through this? Or escape is maybe, what does enter do? Right. Escape is maybe cancel. The problem is I wanna I wanna quit. Oh my gosh. I'm just hitting whatever key lights up so that I'm kind of guessing it's gonna map it to. Oh gosh, there's more keys. Which one was that? I? Why is it these particular keys? Is that even... Oh no, that was the wrong key. Because my keyboard is an American keyboard, and what's on the screen here is apparently a British, because the enter key is different, so that kind of changes the layout in that area slightly. So I think I got thrown off by that. But yeah, basically like... Yeah, that was painful. So this is something that I've seen before in I don't know what game, but some game in the past where there's like a key mapping thing, sort of like this, where when you select it, it goes into this whole key mapping thing, and you have to like map every key before you can get back out of it. And if you just go into that and you don't want to actually change anything, and you just want to leave, and you actually can't leave without like mapping every key in the game. That can be pretty frustrating, so that's kind of what happened here. I also think I actually... Okay, there's a reset option, so that's very good. So that kind of puts my mind at ease, at least. But yeah, that was pretty annoying. Nonetheless, yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and play this finally. So login as, I guess it's asking for a name. So I guess I'm gonna press the key here. Alright, so this is kind of ending up mapping controls again, really? This is very strange. And again, oh gosh. I did the wrong key. Because I got thrown off on which thing was being lit up. So on the left side, it starts on the left and goes to the right with the keys. And then when it goes to the right side, it starts on the right and goes to the left. So I mapped it to the wrong key, I guess. And there's no way to go back that I can think of. The backspace apparently is... Even the delete key is... So that's super annoying. Like, I really want to go back instead of, like, finishing this. Because it won't let me remap what I just did, so... I'm just gonna, like... I have to get out of the screen, obviously, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do whatever... Alright, got some visuals here. Oh, there's music. Alright, so I'm gonna hit escape, we're gonna hit settings. Hopefully if I go to this I can just reset that. And then I guess it's gonna let me stay in the game here, so can I just type whatever I want? Whoa. Okay. So that's cool. So I just whatever keys I hit, it kind of just did this automatically. I did notice that the keys were being input when I pressed and released the key. It kind of showed a character on screen, so I don't know if that was a mistake. If it was only meant to be on key press and not key press and release. But it's kind of funny how humorous in some sense that it kind of forced me to type in hack the Pentagon. Okay, I don't speak this language. So now what do I just... I mean, it is possible that he did that to make it faster. So it's like simulating you're faster at typing than you actually are or something. Alright, so it looks like we like decoded this or something. Welcome to Global Defense HQ. System uptime 65 days. Last login 2018, May 19th. Alright. So now what's gonna happen? Clear. Show controls. Complete. Files. I guess we're just gonna mash keys when we don't know what else to do. So now we have... Can I go up and down? Alright, I can go up and down with this. And I can use WASD for this, so that's interesting. Bin, nuke codes, build images, antivirus, .ini. Enter key? Or it does show, okay, so show controls, so it's showing WASD, backspace, and enter, right? So backspace is maybe to like navigate backwards. So these are locked apparently, this is not. Alright, so we disabled the encryption apparently. Block hacking is on, lock binaries, delete anime, lock nuke code. So I think these I can't select because of the key. Block hacking is enabled so we can disable that. Oh, okay. Delete anime. Alright, we've deleted anime. Lock new codes. You can disable that or lock binaries. Alright, so that's the bin over there. Alright, so these and then backspace, I'm assuming. Okay. Let's check this. Go up one directory. So it's interesting that we have go up one directory even though we have the backspace key, but maybe it's not a bad thing to have two options, I guess. Nuke launcher.tty, seek edilive.exe, which says unsupported files, so I'm assuming, yeah. So that's the name of the previous game that this developer made. No armed nukes found, so that's not gonna work. Nuke codes, all codes.zip, decompress, notice.txt. The code should never be manually decompressed. Doing so will cause the daemon to initiate the anti-invader protocol. 12 hours without violation. That doesn't seem very long. 12 hours? Alright, so it seems like the only way to progress anyways is to decompress this, so it's gonna do that, and then we're gonna get, oh, 1, 2, 3. So the sound effect is a little confusing because at first it made like one blip and then it made two blips when I was pressing the keys. And the kind of I guess audio, the link between the audio and the action felt a little strange because there were two blips and it kind of felt like two inputs or something, even though I was only pressing a key once. Levity.nuke, I guess. Rearm, armed nuke, rearm. Green-brown.nuke, rearm. Tallgirl.nuke. Alright, so I guess we do any of these, or all of them maybe? Rearm, okay, over here, ABC, DEF. So this is a little, it's slightly confusing because of the, like I mentioned, the keyboard difference, so I think it's, yeah. It's actually really kind of awkward, especially like even seeing the keys being labeled letters that aren't actually what the actual keyboard keys are labeled. Especially because like I can touch type, so if you just showed like the actual letters on those keys or something, I could just hit those without, you know, looking down at the keyboard or anything. So it's a little confusing, but I'm assuming that sort of thing would get a little more complex in the future in this game. Overload fuse, explode early, redirect back, send to space. Okay, so at this point I don't know what my objective is, because up to this point I haven't really been given any choices about anything. It's just I did whatever I could do. Then now it's like, okay, I have levity.nuke has been hacked or whatever, and I can do these things. What do I want to do with it? I don't know what the objective is. Overload fuse, explode early, redirect back, send to space. Let's do the first one. Alright, here we go again. 1, 2, 3, CBA. 4, 5, 6. Again, it's weird because I have to think about which key is which. Overload fuse, I guess. Alright, so it's just kind of showing the state on the right, so I can't do anything else with that. I guess we're gonna rearm this one. I don't know what I'm doing this for, but explode early. Yeah, I don't know. I guess just do whatever we're doing here. Tall girl, what are we gonna do with you? Alright, so I'm sure if I do that enough times, I'll probably get used to what keys there are being used anyways. I guess we're gonna send to space. Why, I don't know, but that's what we did. I guess we're gonna go back. binary. So we have nuke launcher, launch armed nukes. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, wait, I gotta think about this. All right, 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D. You're about to activate 3 nukes. Yep. There you go. End of the demo. I expect feedback. Okay. All right, so yeah, so far it's it feels like a... I don't know what the best way to describe it would be. I guess it's sort of a demo of kind of a style of the game rather than it kind of being a game in itself so far, because there's not really, you don't really have any win or lose condition or any such thing. So in that sense, I would say it's pretty successful in being interesting, and I kind of like the mood of it. So that's quite cool. It does have some sound effects despite being sort of this text-based thing where it's kind of like, you know, there's kind of a disconnect between this sort of virtual interface and kind of the real world, what's going on in the real world on the other end of whatever I'm controlling here, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, there's some sound effects that just a little bit to kind of spice things up. So I like that. So yeah, in general, it's pretty cool. I think that, I don't know, the idea of just pressing the keys to in different orders just for the sake of giving the player something to do is maybe questionable. I mean, it's not like it was hard or anything. I did mention it was sort of a little confusing about which keys exactly I was pressing on the keyboard, but it wasn't like, I didn't mean to make it sound like that was actually a big deal. It was just kind of, you know, whatever. It wasn't hard to actually, excuse me, actually hit the keys that were necessary or anything. I could imagine if there was like some kind of time limit imposed or something where you're trying to beat out some anti-hacking mechanism or whatever, and then that might add tension, which, you know, on the other hand, maybe wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea to have to, you know, failing keyboard inputs is maybe not the most fun kind of gameplay thing for a lot of people, but I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas around here, but yeah, it's interesting for sure. I definitely like the idea of hacking games. I haven't played very many, but I remember I played some very old Commodore 64 ones that I wasn't good at, but I did find pretty fascinating. That was when I was quite a bit younger. I also played like the hacking mini game on the Enter the Matrix game, which I thought was pretty sweet. You know, that particular, I mean, the hacking part of it, the game itself was another subject in and of itself. But I definitely like the concept of these sorts of hacking games. I would hope that it would be more of a sort of a puzzle-y experience where you have to kind of use your brain and put things together to progress. I think that's kind of how hacking games generally unfold. So yeah, I guess I'm just kind of wondering about the kind of sort of interesting sort of key inputs that were required there. I think I would maybe rather just type in actual things. Like if you gave me a string of characters and just let me like touch type them in or something instead, then that might be as much fun or more. I don't know. You know, because some people like typing games and that can be fun too, but this is kind of a different direction of the same sort of thing. But yeah, this is just whatever I can think of to say about this. In general, I just like it, and that's cool, and I hope to see it more of like an actual game in the future. So hopefully that's useful to you. And yeah, I might as well wrap this up. It was pretty cool, and let me know if you have any questions. I will see you guys in whatever video I do next.